Whoops. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Having a little problems here getting out of my parking space. Good morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Hope you had a good weekend. Oh, I'll do it, you do it. Good morning. Hey, so look, guys, I just wanted to jump on here. I just watched a video, and I'm sorry I don't remember the guy's name, but he did a good job analyzing things, I think, in regards to QAnon. And I wanted to talk about that a little bit, and North Korea situation, which I think he did a good job of analyzing, and a lot of the things I had suspected, I think, are kind of coming together as well and being confirmed. But one of QAnon's posts, among others, was that this weekend was that the 7th floor, I'm not sure verbatim what he said, but it's basically the 7th floor has been taken out, and he's referencing the 7th floor of the State Department, which I've always said, or I haven't always said, but for the last couple of years, that the State Department and CIA are kind of one and the same. And that 7th floor, which Tillerson went in and cleaned house earlier this year, that 7th floor is stocked with CIA officers at State. And you could easily say that that's kind of the deep state headquarters within the government. And apparently Trump and company have taken all of them out. That's been they've been decimated. They're no longer operational. And you know, anybody that knows, you know, with the State Department, 1/3 of the personnel, at least in U.S. embassies across the world, are CIA. So that's been taken out. That's a very important element, I think. The other thing, you know, I wanted to talk about was this guy's analysis in North Korea in general. And, you know, they just had, I guess, a launch of Elon Musk has apparently gotten a bunch of defense contracts lately. Well, let me back up a little bit. North Korea. Let's talk about North Korea and what we think North Korea really is. Is North Korea really this rogue communist state? No, I don't think so, nor does the guy who's analyzing this and other people. The video I will link later on when I post this on YouTube to his analysis. But, you know, basically what I think North Korea is the Luciferian pedophile, the cabal, Illuminati, whatever you want to call them. I think that's a state that is controlled by them, that was intentionally given nuclear technology. Because if you look at from a technological standpoint, they're not exactly a society that's on the cutting edge, nor are they rich in you know, resources. They've got all sorts of economic sanctions they've had to deal with over the years. So the development of long-range ICBMs, nuclear warheads, which that's not an easy thing to do, to be able to put a nuclear bomb on top of an ICBM. You know, they were assisted by somebody in doing that, and I believe they were assisted by the deep state Luciferian pedophile elements within the CIA in order to acquire these nuclear weapons, these ICBMs that can threaten the United States. And the reason why they were put in that position is, and why I think North Korea is so important to Trump right now, is because this is their last-ditch thing, that if they can't have their way, and if Trump's going to arrest them all and reveal their heinous crimes against humanity, that they are going to start or going to try to, they're not going to succeed, but they're going to try to start a nuclear war by way of Korea. So, you know, have Korea attack the United States, or I should say North Korea. And so apparently Elon Musk has, and I think it's called Zoomis, has some new defense contracts where he I think today, I think Q mentions this in his posts, or it's alluded to, or this guy Deciphers, who analyzed this, that we have put into space through Elon Musk's company and the Zoomis mission, satellite, whatever you want to call it, a EMP to try to, you know, take out North Korea's capability to strike us. Now, I'd be surprised if their nuclear capability wasn't EMP hardened, but you know, hopefully it's not. And it may be the case that Trump orders an EMP attack against North Korea to try, to not have a preemptive nuclear strike that kills a bunch of people, but instead takes them out electronically and diminishes their capability, or I should say the Luciferians' capability to destroy the planet, because that's always been their fantasy anyway, through GMOs, through disease, you name it, through vaccines, is to kill the majority of the population. I mean, they said it right on their Georgia Guidestones. They think in their infinite wisdom that, they want the population of the planet to be down to 500,000. And even if they had to go into their bunkers for a few years, they were willing to do that. So I think that's what's going down with the North Korea situation. It's not, Trump just going and looking for trouble. It's the fact that is actually the Luciferian pedophile deep state, rogue state, that they have weaponized, and that was going to kind of be their last-ditch effort. Because, think about it, they're all getting ready to be arrested, or in the process of being arrested, assets seized, etc. So they don't care. They're willing to press that button and destroy everything. So I think that's what's going on. Wanted to update you guys on that. I think some big things were happening this weekend, even though we are not hearing about them yet directly. Personally, I can't wait until I see the president on the television explaining this to everyone. I'm also going to include in this video an analysis, a link to a guy's analysis, which he did an outstanding job. And, intuition told me that when Admiral Rogers went, I think in October, I distinctly remember that. And then the day after he visited Trump, Clapper and Secretary of Defense, what's his name, Carter or something. Anyway, they were calling for his dismissal, which I was kind of surprised Obama did not dismiss him. I still haven't figured out why he didn't, because Admiral Rogers went to Donald Trump of using the FISA courts, using the Steele dossier to have the FISA courts authorize electronic surveillance of Trump and his team, which if you look at the deception that they put forth in order to run surveillance on the president-elect and his team, I mean, it's really nothing short of treasonous. And I'm going to put this link in there where the guy spells out exactly how this all happened and how it's been revealed and exposed, and how Trump immediately moved his transition team out of Trump Towers and into his resort in New Jersey, because Trump Towers was under complete electronic surveillance. And thank you to Admiral Rogers, who is a true patriot, an American hero, who had the courage on an unauthorized visit to Donald Trump to go and warn the president-elect of exactly what the deep state was up to. And this was all, of course, to try to gather dirt on Trump in order to try to impeach him. And so it's absolutely treasonous. And it's treasonous because these deep state scumbags like Clapper and a whole lot of other guys were conspiring to basically undo the will of the American voters when they voted for Donald Trump to be the next president of the United States. And it's absolutely unacceptable, and heads need to roll. I wouldn't doubt if some people could get executed over this, including former President Obama, who was very well aware of everything that was going on here, and using the U.S. intelligence apparatus and politically weaponizing it in order to take down the incoming president, which of course is bad for our country and our national security, and it undermines the principles of our constitutional republic. So those guys are in big trouble. Take a look, and it's a little complicated, but take the time to read this analysis and you will see exactly how all of that went down, and how all of these deep staters they're just treasonous criminals. They're evil and deceitful to their core, and I'm so glad that they're in the process of being taken out now. So anyways, guys, remember, keep focusing your thoughts and your intentions, your meditations, your prayers towards a positive outcome, towards all these criminals being revealed, and towards the good times that are ahead for America and really all of humanity, which is going to be the result of all this evil and deceit being exposed once and for all. So keep that in your mind, guys. You know, stay optimistic, because good things are coming. We've just got to work our way through them. We've got to stick together. We've got to let the people who are working hard behind the scenes know that we fully support them, and that our prayers, thoughts, and intentions are with them. And that is absolutely critical, and it's very powerful, folks, because we're making this happen. We are the ones that made this happen by not being willing to accept, you know, this corruption, the evil, the deceit that comes along with these Luciferian deep state pedophiles who really just want to destroy humanity. So you're all powerful, y'all. My phone's ringing off the hook, so I better roll. And have a great day, everyone. Bye.